Hello everyone. I know this looks a little crazy, but this is my planner lineup and I still have one under here. So there are five planners in my lineup, and I had always told myself that I wasn't the type of person to have more than one planner. So I thought. So I just wanted to walk you through these and let you know how I use them and why I have come to five different planners. So the first one is this Happy Planner Big Planner. It's a lettering planner, and I use it just for that. So when I saw this on the Happy Planner website, I completely fell in love with it. I love the cover. I just think it's so classy and so nice. And so this is where I practice my lettering. So it's used just for that, just to practice lettering. So don't judge me because it's not great. But it's therapeutic, and we're doing this thing. So me and my best friend work in this every Tuesday evening. We do 1 week at a time. So this is my lettering planner. I don't decorate it. I did decorate just this title sheet when I first got it, but that's the extent of it. It's basically just lettering practice. The planner is so beautiful, it doesn't need any decoration, I feel like. So anyway, so that's planner number one, and the biggest planner that I have, and it only comes out every Tuesday evening. All right, so that's one. Okay, and then I think I'll go ahead and go into my catch-all, because that's the one, this is the one that I use every single day. So this covers by Planners Anonymous, and this is the Under the Stars Melody Planner. So if you don't know about these melodies, they're amazing because they are compatible with a whole bunch of different size planners. It can be hardbound, it could be coiled, it could be on discs, it could be on rings, it could be strings. I mean, just so many different things. So another reason why I love these planner covers is you can see my catch-all is pretty chunky. And this band for the closure, it's on elastic. And so it grows with you. So it can be really chunky or it can be really thin. So I really like that. This is my catch-all. Hopefully I'm not going to go into anything too personal in here as I open it. But I did do a walkthrough of my setup with this planner. So if you're interested in that, you can just go to my channel and find the Under the Stars Melody Planner setup. So this is it. I use my own inserts that I created that are Dutch door. They're B6 wide sized. I put them on discs. And I have a little Dutch door going on here for every day because I like to journal and I like to kind of write everything down. I'll just kind of flip through this just a little bit. You see, I like to write. So anyway, so this is what I have open on my desk. For example, here's my bookmark for this week. I have it open on my desk all the time. To the right of me, where I sit every day. So this is my catch-all. This has memory keeping, appointments, journaling. It's so hard to close. See, I have to pull this thing out, which is great. I don't normally close it. I have it open on my desk. So anyway, so this is my catch-all planner. Again, if you want to walk through of how I set that up, it is on my YouTube channel. All right, so let's see what's next. I guess I'll do wellness. So this is another Planners Anonymous melody. I'm a disc girl, so all of my planners are on discs. So this is another one that is B6 wide on Happy Planner discs. And this is my self-care wellness planner. I usually am in this maybe once a month. So I go back and I track like my weight and kind of things like that. It doesn't have a whole lot in it. Let's see, without getting too personal, make sure I don't show you something that I don't want to show you. But like I have a weight tracker in here. We won't look at that. And then workouts and stuff like that. So I'm not in here a lot. I just kind of like to track things for kind of looking back. So I usually update it once a month. And then I do have some really cool inserts in here about self-care, just in case I need a reminder. So this is a lot of resources that's in here. So it's not necessarily that I'm journaling or entering information every day. This is like a resource book if I need to be reminded about certain things like self-care for bad days. This is just a wonderful insert about positive thinking and things like that. And then I have another section here that is, I believe, anxiety, self-care for anxiety, and some exercises and stuff that you can do to calm yourself down, you know, things like that. So it's a great reference book versus kind of a, you know, a calendar type planner. So, and then I have a little notepad back here and things like that. So this is my self-care and wellness planner. Again, I go into it just about once a month, just to kind of reflect on the previous month. All right. And then we have my budget planner, budget and finance. Oh, this is the, just so that you know the name, this is Planners Anonymous. It's the melody and it's note to self. And then this one is another melody, and this is Northern Lights. Gorgeous. And this is my finance planner. Boring. Again, I only go into here. I enter everything for the upcoming month in here. And then, you know, every week I'll take a look at the bank account and check mark things that are bills that have cleared and things like that. And then I know how much money I need to have in our bill pay checking account every week, because that's kind of how I plan without getting too crazy. Let's see. Here's August. Oh, I use the Planners Anonymous Luxe insert. It's a digital item that, a digital printable that comes with your subscription. If you subscribe to Planners Anonymous, you have access to a whole bunch of digitals that match the theme for that month. So this one that I download the dated version because I do use it for my finances. Every month you'll see the theme changes depending on the theme for the month. And so I enter everything in here. I won't go into detail, but there's, you know, notes about certain things. And then I have everything color coded depending on whether it's an automatic transaction, whether it's something that I have to do manually, or if it's a deposit that's coming in. So they're all color coded. So anything that I have to do manually, any bill that I have to do manually does go into my Catchall planner, because that's a planner that I have open every single day and I use every day. And so if I need to be reminded to pay a bill manually because it's not on automatic payment, then I'll put that in my Catchall with a little check mark to make sure that I do it. So this works in conjunction with my Catchall. Okay, so that's my finance planner. Again, this one is Northern Lights, and it also has a little notepad in the back, and then I have some sticky notes for this and that, and my checkbook and things like that. Usually I have lotto tickets in here because one day I'm going to win the lotto. So that is my budget and finance. Again, I set it up for the month at the beginning of the month. So there's 1 week that I have Well, I'll kind of explain it to you. Let's say I'm kind of jumping around. Well, let me get back to that. But anyway, my budget and finance planner. And then lastly, I have a crafting planner. And so this one's fairly new. I set it up just recently and I'm loving it so far. So this is not a melody. This is still by Planners Anonymous, but this is a B6TN cover. This is called Sunflowers and Sunshine. They don't have this available anymore, but they do have this same design in a classic size, which is like Happy Planner classic sized, that you can purchase now. But this particular TN hasn't been available for quite some time. But anyway, so this is my crafting planner. So because I am pretty much retired unless I have to go back to work, I don't plan to. So because of that, I have a lot of time during the day to craft and to do all the things that I love. So the reason why I created this planner and added it to my lineup recently is because previously I come into my craft room and I think to myself that day, okay, what do I feel like doing? you know, and I'll do this craft or that craft or whatever. And I had felt like my my craft room, like I kind of binge crafted whatever I was into at the time. And so other areas of my craft room where other like hobbies were kind of neglected. Like my sewing machines are a perfect example. I have beautiful sewing machines. I love to sew. Yet if I am like indulging in card making, I just card making. I can't think of anything else. And then my embroidery machine gets neglected, or you know, just other things get neglected. That's just an example. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to create with a purpose. So what I decided to do is create this crafting planner, and then I'll show it to you. So it just, I have some planner stickers in here to decorate and stuff, and then I have my beautiful Happy Planner mini Miss Maker cover in here. I don't have the Miss Maker planner in here. I have all Planners Anonymous in this, but I am using a Happy Planner Miss Maker mini cover. So what's great about the B6TNs is it will fit a mini Happy Planner size. So I went ahead and set this up for mini Happy Planner size, but I set it up with all Planners Anonymous inserts. So here is the example August, and I can go ahead and flip through this because this doesn't have like any confidential information because it's just crafting stuff. But this again is the Happy Planner, the Planners Anonymous Luxe insert. And I went ahead, since this is sunflowers and sunshine themed, I went ahead and printed off the Luxe printables for the So Crafty kit, and I printed them undated so I can use them throughout this planner, so it'll just match the cover. So I printed 4 months. Again, I did it undated. What's great about the Luxe inserts from Planners Anonymous, when you do subscribe, you have access to these inserts, is they have them in like every possible, practically, planner size configuration. So this is Happy Planner mini sized. And then in my budget planner, for example, I use B6 wide, and then I put it on disc. So, and they have classic, they have A5, they have Traveler's Notebook, Hobonichi, just all kinds of different planner sizes that I'm not even familiar with. So anyway, so that is another thing. I got to print these out in this particular size for this particular planner because I have access to the downloads because I'm a Planners Anonymous subscriber. So anyway, I just kind of hand wrote the month. With these other planners, outside of my Catchall planner, I don't do a whole lot of decorating because it would take a lot of supplies and a lot of time for me to decorate 5 planners. So I pretty much just decorate one, which is my Catchall planner. My lettering planner doesn't have any washi or stickers in it, just purely lettering. My wellness planner doesn't have any stickers. It just has all these beautiful graphics printed. And then my finance planner, same thing. It changes every month with a new theme from Planners Anonymous, so I get to look at something something different every month. But I don't use stickers or washi in it because it's when you use these inserts from Planners Anonymous, they're just so decorative, as you can see, that decorating and applying stickers and washi, you absolutely can, but you don't need to. So for this particular planner, I don't do a whole lot of decorating. So my word of the month, since I first started this month, is balance, because I wanted to balance what I do in my craft room and also balance my wellness and also my chores in the house and things like that. So I'm trying to like not just come into the craft room and just craft on whatever I feel like that day, but I'm trying to craft with purpose. And then I'm also trying to get and make sure that I tend to my house and tend to my wellness as well. So I introduced this planner so I can just not come into the craft room and just craft all day and forget the house and forget the wellness and all of that stuff. So that's why I chose balance for my word. So then this was the first week, which was 2 weeks ago. I started this planner, and so I just wanted to kind of write that down. And then what I did starting last week is this is where I'm starting to plan with a purpose. So, and craft with a purpose. So since there are approximately 4 weeks in a month, I decided that the first week will be all about planning. So when I come into my craft room, the first week is just making sure that I'm ready for the month ahead. So that means going into my finance planner, entering all my bills that are projected for that month. That means putting any of the manual entries for that budget plan into my Catchall planner. It means reconciling the previous month and things like that. And then, so you'll see that right here. I did my finance planner last Thursday. I started out with my Catchall, and what that meant was decorating for the entire month. So washi, stickers, you know, whatever makes me so happy in my Catchall. I decorated it fully. I am a Dodger fan, so I put in all the Dodger games in my planner for the month of August. Added any birthdays, any appointments I was going to have, and things like that. I put them all into my Catchall, so my Catchall is ready for August. And then I also worked in this craft planner, and I'm going to get into that a little bit more. So I finished my craft planner as well for the whole month of August. And then I think I went somewhere with my sister on Tuesday, so I didn't have that day to craft, so I just put this planner sticker book. And then on Wednesday of last week, I made sure that my lettering planner was ready for the month of August. In other words, I knew exactly what my lessons were going to be every single week for the entire month of August. So I made sure that was done. And I also made sure that, you know, they have like this introduction to the month, and you have to practice writing your name. And then, you know, it's kind of just like your goals for that month coming in. So I make sure that I do that page as well. So my lettering planner plans consist of making sure I have all my lessons for the month ready to go, so that I just focus on lettering practice when it comes to that. And then I also make sure I do the coming month page that Happy Planner has in that planner. So did that. Then Thursday, I had done my finance planner. Again, put in all the afterpays that are going to come through. Put in all my automatic payments, like for our cars and for just most everything's on automatic payments. Also put in any manual payments, made sure they went back into my Catchall and things like that. And then on Sunday, I made sure that my wellness planner was ready to go and all caught up. So this first week of the month, and again, I just started this, is going to be purely for planning. And it's so funny because I thought to myself, I don't think I'm going to need a whole 7 days for planning. And I did. I really did. And another thing that I'm going to add to this week in the future are even more tasks that I have thought of. So I definitely need an entire week to prepare all my planners for the month ahead. Now, the good news is that as of Sunday last week, all my planners are ready to go, and it's pretty amazing. I mean, if I have anything to write down for the month of August, my planner is ready to go, all my planners. So felt really good. It's the first time I had ever done that, and it was pretty awesome. So if you'd like to try it. It makes me feel so organized. Once this week is done and I'm going into the second week of August and then the third week and then the fourth week, I feel completely prepared. So I really like that. So again, the first week is always going to be planning. So in other words, no sewing, no card making, no holiday planning, no, like all the other things that I come into my craft room to do. It's purely planner. And it was great because I got to bring out all my planners. I got to play with washi, stickers, die cuts, decorating, dating, all of that stuff, and just preparing. And it's just so therapeutic and so wonderful. So great week. And then this week that we are in right now, so the second week of the month is going to be my sewing and embroidery week. So that's when I put aside all the planning, all my planners, all my stickers and washi and all that stuff, and I focus on creating using my sewing machine, my embroidery machine, and things like that. So so far it's been really great. Today's Friday. I've accomplished so much sewing. It's just been fantastic. I love the way this is working. I am reunited with my machines for sewing and my cutting table and my ironing station and all these wonderful places that I have in my craft room that I've kind of abandoned. So it was really wonderful. So my very first day I spent doing all kinds of things for my husband because he's my priority. And I had some alterations to do for him, some modifications. I had this list of things and I got them all done. I mean, I just sewed my heart out on Monday. It took me all day to finish all of his projects. I even told him, it's sewing week. So if you have anything that you want modified or altered, he likes to mark them up for me and then I do the work. So he marks them up how he wants them and then they come in here and then I took care of it and it just felt fantastic. So then the next day, I haven't really journaled or written in here. I really need to do that for this week, but definitely sewed on Tuesday. I sewed on Wednesday. And then yesterday, this got postponed, but another thing that I'm doing is my girlfriend purchased the same embroidery machine that I have, and she's just learning. So I told her, listen, once a month, I'm going to have a sewing and embroidery week, and we will have a day where we sit down for several hours and I teach you a project on your embroidery machine, and we do it together virtually because she lives in Colorado. So that's one thing I'm doing. And then because it's sewing week, I also want to get my best friend a sewing machine. I want to get her into sewing because another thing that I did this week is I refreshed my masks. So I had a whole bunch of masks that I made at the start of the pandemic. And then now I kind of felt like I really wanted to refine the mask and make it really better fitting. And then I wanted to create some neutrals, like some blush colors and skin tone colors and blacks and just, not necessarily a print. So I've been sewing like crazy this week. So as I was doing that, I thought about my best friend and I thought, you know what, I really want her to experience sewing because I feel like, again, just like planning, it's just very therapeutic. I grew up with it and it's just really great. So I talked to her. She says she's totally game. So we're going to start. Her first project is going to be masks. So anyone who is interested in learning how to sew, I really recommend, this is a perfect time because we're all wearing masks. A mask is a perfect starter project. I feel like it's like, a lot of people start with a pillow. Very simple, straight lines, that's great. But I feel like the masks are also very simple, straight lines and a great first project for you. So anyway, so that had me thinking about my best friend, getting her into sewing, blah, 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 all this stuff. So it's been really, really, really great. And then my husband was so cute because today he said, is it still sewing week? I said, yeah. He goes, when is the last day for sewing week? I said, Sunday. And he's like, okay, so he's going to mark up some more of his shirts because he wants me to do a couple more things for him during my sewing week. So I just think that's adorable. So sewing week has been fantastic. And I'm really excited about next week because the following week is going to be card making week. Really excited because I had been binge card making. And like I said, I felt like I neglected other areas of my craft room. And so, but it's nice to be able to go back to a week of card making. So this is when I'm going to make the September, or actually the mid-August to mid-September birthday cards, anniversary cards, things like that. So that's when I'll focus on this. And then I was even thinking maybe in the future, since I have such a great collection of stamps and dies and all of that stuff, I think what I'm going to do is even plan a little bit further where I use a certain brand that week, like Lawn Fawn or Mama Elephant or, something like that. So that may be coming. But anyway, so that's card making week. And then the final week is going to be any holiday planning. So I want to get a jump start on my Christmas cards. I want to get a jump start on maybe sewing some pillows for the living room for Christmas or for fall or for Halloween. You know, I just want to focus on the upcoming season. And that could involve so many different things. It could involve card making, it could involve sewing, it could involve epoxy, resin, it could involve, you know, decorating our bay window in the front. It could be making a garden flag, because we have a garden flag, a huge one in our yard, in our front yard. It could be, you know, it could be starting to make my Christmas list items, because I make a lot of homemade items for my friends and my family. So it could be planning those things out, starting to create them, starting to get the supplies for them, and getting a little bit of a head start. So this is holiday only, and it's gonna have me all over the craft room and all over the house. All right, so then we don't have a fifth week, so this one is blank. So, and I wanted to show you this. So as I had mentioned, planning week, I kind of wrote down everything that I wanted to do. And then I also added a couple of things that as I was going through planning week, I kind of thought, you know what, I also need to do this during planning week, for example. So I do my craft planner, I set up my lettering planner, make sure I have the lessons, the month page, like I mentioned, my budget planner, transfer all the manual into my Catchall, do my wellness planner, and then my Catchall planner, I want to do the memory planning, all my Dodger games, and then I want to do some things for Planners Anon. I want to set up all that month's Zoom meetings. I want to put in the calendar all the Planners Anonymous YouTube live streams, and then I want to also plan out my Planners Anonymous project for the month, because I'm a stylist for them. I want to make sure I post to Facebook, create the blog post, post my project on Instagram and on YouTube. So planning week, right? I definitely need 7 days. So then here we are right now. We're in sewing and embroidery. These are some of the things for Julian that I did right away on that first day. I also made a cover for my mug press. I also worked on masks. Actually, I can check these off. I can check that off. And so now I'm going into Saturday and Sunday, the last 2 days of sewing week. And so I'm going to finish up some masks tomorrow, and then Sunday I'm probably going to continue working on my husband's projects, because he's all excited about sewing week and he wants to get me a couple more alterations before sewing week ends. So as this is something that I set up during planning week. So I set up, you know, all the things I need to do for each week, because in the week here, I don't have a whole lot of room to write lists and things like that. So that's why within the month of August, I have my lists here for each week. And then here's card making week. So I have my cards for September that I have to do. And then I have past due cards. So better late than never, I want to go ahead and make these cards as well. And then holiday craft week, I want to, which is next week after next, I want to focus on Halloween decorations, Christmas, and then I would like to make some cards for Indigenous Peoples Day, because I'm Native. So another thing, so that's a holiday, right? Or a holiday. So and then another thing I decided to do was keep track of crafting expenses, of how much money am I putting into this craft room for the month. For no other reason, but just really wanting to know. So far I've bought some stamps, I've bought some Planners Anonymous miscellaneous supplies, I bought another stamp, and I bought another stamp, and I bought another stencil. So, and then I stopped. I haven't really bought anything else. That's not true. I went to Hobby Lobby. I got to enter the Hobby Lobby amount in here. Don't tell anyone, but it was expensive. Okay, so then that's that. And then that'll be my month of August. And then I'll set this up the first week of September, and I'll get it all ready. And then I'll use my pages back here to make my lists for my different weeks, and it'll just keep carrying on and on and on and on. And then I will end up going all over my craft room. And I just think that's very exciting. And then I'll change it up. You know, if I'm done working on holiday things, then maybe what I'll do is, what can I do? Well, one thing for sure, I do want to start scrapbooking. Just a couple of books. There's just a couple of key books that I want to do. So I'm thinking that along the lines, I'm going to have to incorporate a scrapbooking week where I'm just focused on memory planning, but in a scrapbook. Again, they're just certain projects that I want to do. I don't have small children anymore, and so I'm not going to be scrapbooking all the time. I just want to archive a couple of things in some albums. Like my son had taken a trip to Canada that I wanted to document and put in an album. So eventually I'll be doing that too. So these are all just blank months, and then I put some stickers back here that I made, and then I put some stickers from Sunflowers and Sunshine just so that I have them here. And then, oops, and they keep falling out because I have mini rings on this planner and I have too much stuff in here, I think. Let's try this one more time. Okay. All right. And then I made this little paper clip, and then this particular TN didn't have a pen loop, and so this is from this is a mystery item for one of the Planners Anonymous kits, and so it fits perfectly there. And then I just have something where I can jot some stuff down. For example, here are some ideas for Christmas gifts. I'll also maybe have some ideas for Go Wild merchandise. These are ideas for YouTube subjects, you know, just jotting things down, you know, that don't necessarily need to go in a particular month. So I have this little notebook kind of tucked into the back of this TN here. And then that's that. And then also what I thought of doing when I thought of doing this is Wednesdays are Wellness Wednesdays, and then Fridays are my like chore days where like I do some serious cleaning. And I've been doing really, really good since this started, which has only been 2 weeks. So I've done laundry every Friday. I've cleaned really good, cleaned the stove, make sure everything's clean and swept and dusted, and just paying attention to the house on a Friday. And then on Wednesdays, I try to do something active. What I really want to do is get out of the house, but you know, with COVID, it's a little bit harder to do that. But I want to go take a walk, or I even want to just go to my patio and get on my treadmill. So I want to do something consciously for myself, for my wellness on Wednesdays, just as a start. So that kind of gets me out of the craft room on Wednesdays and Fridays. So that is my planner lineup. So you can understand why this would make sense, right? So then now you can kind of understand why it would make sense for me to have this finance planner, right? And then you would kind of understand why I would need a reference for wellness, right? And then you can kind of understand why this catch-all is so fat, right? Kind of understands this is every day, every day, every day. And then you can understand why I would need a separate workbook for my lettering, right? Oh, and by the way, so cute. I have some reference back here for different lettering. This is an incredible lettering workbook by Grace. Her name is Grace. Let's see. Grace. What does it say? Grace Kelly Designs? Yeah, I guess so. But anyway, I bought this on Etsy, and it's just a great resource. Now, I'm not at this point where I need to go here yet, but I went ahead and put it in here when I set this up because I was so excited. And then I have some practice sheets in here, and they sell these in both classic and big, but the reason why I didn't want big is because I wanted these practice sheets to kind of nest within my weeks. As I'm practicing, I wanted to be able to nest it here. So that's why I have the classic size inside the big planner. So anyway, so that's it. If you have any questions, just let me know below. This ended up being a super long video. I had to talk a lot about my new craft planner, because that's where I spend most of my time. I spend most of my time here in my craft room. And so I wanted to really plan out the day, and I'm trying to make this look nice, but it's kind of not working because not everything fits here. And let's see. There we go. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. As you can see, I love Planners Anonymous, and I can save you 10% on your first subscription box if you're a new subscriber, and I'll leave a discount code in the description below. And also, if you catch this video when it's aired, the Planners Anonymous is having an incredible sale right now. If you sign up to be a subscriber, you get a free kit in addition to your first kit that you receive. So that's pretty awesome. So anyway, I'll put all those details down below as well. So thank you so much for spending this time with me. I love all my planners, and they're all working for me, and I'm very excited. And again, if you have any questions, let me know below. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.